Hello everyone! Welcome back to another episode of Noble Vlogs. Today we are going to be testing out our square baler. At the moment we pulled the square baler out, hooked it up to the tractor, and we serviced it out, and we believe that we are ready. We greased it, checked tires, and we ran it here in the yard, and just to make sure that it's all working properly, and we're going to try square baling a little bit. This is the first time that we are square baling. James, he's actually round baling right now over on one of our fields. I'm going to be in a different field than where he is, but I believe eventually he is going to be coming over to the same field that we are. This field that we're going to is, we're just going to test out, make sure that the square baler is working properly, and just kind of break it in, get used to how it works like usually. But I hope you guys enjoy the video and stay tuned. Alright guys, we are out at the field right now. Sorry for the wind. But Dad and I were just making sure that the baler is doing its job. We did some windrows already. As you can tell, these ain't no little square bales. These things, solid. Solid. But we're stopped right now because we have how the baler's hooked up to the tractor. It's actually bolted on with this great big bolt right here. So that's just so that it doesn't jar away from the tractor at all. You want it really tight. And so right now we're just making sure it's as tight as it possibly can. Yeah, what do you think of it?
Things are working good.
Hay's dry enough?
We're just starting, yeah, hay's dry enough. We're just starting out.
Well, yeah. Another thing too is we want to, our cord right here, we don't really want it dangling like that. It's so close to the PTO shaft, so we're just gonna zip tie it somewhere, and then we are going to get back to it. Dad, he's actually gonna take off though, because we got pivot running. He needs to go check on that, and he's just got other odds and ends stuff that he's gonna do, and I'm gonna keep on plunging out these squares. We don't have a whole lot that needs to be built up right now, but I think Dad and we counted, there's 4 rounds left, so a round is down and back, that's 1 round. Like I said, there's 4 of them, including the one that I'm on right now. We're just gonna bail this up real quick. This is the first stuff that got cut on this field that we're in, and then I'll probably take this home and we'll continue baling tomorrow. Got done with the field now. It's a little bit later. I had a nodder on top of the baler. It missed, and that's kind of a common occurrence with this baler. But we are heading out. I'm gonna take this back home, put it in the shed. I usually just like having the square baler in the shed, just because when there's a bale inside the chamber there, I don't really want it bleaching a whole lot and just putting a lot more pressure on the walls than it really needs to be. And so that's just why. That's why I really don't like leaving it out in the field. But if we had to leave it out in the field and it was gonna be good weather, I would leave it in the field. But before we got to go, we need to apply the brake. What that brake does is it just holds the flywheel of the baler in place, and it actually supports it a little bit. So when we're going down the road, if we hit a bunch of bumps, it's not gonna be jarring on the bearing inside there. Not to mention, it's gonna hold all the components of the square baler in place. Maybe back home tomorrow, I think in the morning I'm going to be raking up some more hay, and I think James, he will be raking with me. We have 2 rakes. We'll have both of those going, and then later on in the afternoon we will be baling, more square baling, and then I think James will be round baling over there too. He did come over and he round baled the end rows off, but nothing else. And so I will see you guys in the morning. The next morning now, Dad, he is bringing the other tractor and baler over so we can both be raking on the same field. But right now, I'm gonna get started. This is actually James's tractor and rake. He's not out here. He'll be out here later. And when he does, I will switch and be in the other tractor and rake. James showed up, and now I'm gonna walk over to the other tractor and rake where Dad is, and I'll switch with him. And then he's gonna go take care of some pivots, since we got pivots running, and I think something's wrong with one of our balers, so he's gonna go take a look at that as well. I can feel the moisture in this hay, so we're gonna have to let it sit for a little bit. Let the sun and what wind we have kind of hopefully get that moisture out. But it should go this afternoon. Just gotta let it sit for a little bit. James and I just got done raking. Now I think we're going to let it sit for just a little bit. I felt it, and it seemed like there may have been a little bit more moisture, but that was just the stuff that we had just raked that I was feeling. And so maybe the stuff that we raked early this morning is already dried out. I don't know, I haven't checked on it, but Dad, he's here right now. We'll get a game plan and go from there. Heading back out to the field now with the square baler. We had to run over to town, grab a piece for one of our round balers, and so now we believe that the hay should be dry enough, which this monitor will tell me how dry or how wet it is once we get over there and get going. Uh-huh. That's supposed to be down. Let's go see what happened. Those tines are all still going up. Just didn't grab it. So we'll fix it since we're out here. Doesn't feel too bad. Very coarse. Look at this. It's pretty stemmy stuff. But with it being first cutting, we can't fix that. So all we can do is just keep on going, and hopefully second cutting's even better. That's better. As you guys can see, Dad is putting squares into twos, and I am done square baling. We had 207 total on this field. 2 of those, though, are going to be taken to the farm, just because when we first started filling up the baler, those bales, the density wasn't quite right on them, so they can be very squishy, and we don't want them on the stack. And then 1 bale is going to get left in the baler. We don't have an ejector on it. We are going to take this back home, come back tonight, finish up the field with the round balers. You ready?
Am I ready?
Yeah.
No.
Me neither. But it's the final stretch. Let's get this over with. Just got done with 3 rounds over on the far east side of the field. There's some in the middle here that I'm heading over to next, and Dad, he's actually working on the west side of the pivot right now. There was 5 rounds over there, so if we were going about the same pace, he should only have about 2 rounds left. But we're quickly hammering this out. Shouldn't be too much longer once we get both balers on this final strip. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe like always. Comment down below what you guys liked about the video, what you wanted to see. I hope, like you said, you guys enjoyed this baling video. This is the end of our first cutting on our established hay. I know soon we are going to be cutting our new seeded alfalfa, and we'll have a video on that. I hope you guys stay tuned for the next video to come. See ya!